So, Hugh, the men's fours. Now, are we going to go out on a British gold?
That's an unanswerable question. We've got to wait 2 minutes for the start and something in the order of 5 minutes and 40 seconds. I think this will be one of those races which could easily be testing the world best time, and that's 5 minutes 41 seconds set by Germany in Seville in 2002.
So let's meet the crews. The finalists on the far side in lane one, Slovenia. Rock Kullander, Thomas Pirri, Mira Habiri and Mate Prelog. This is the Netherlands are in two. Great Britain, Andrew Triggs-Hodge in the stroke seat, Alex Partridge, Peter Reid and Steve Williams in the bow. The defending world champions. For France, Dorian Mortalet in the stroke seat. They go from lane 4. Germany are to their left. Here they are in lane 5. A very, very good crew, stroked by Filip Adamski in the seat on your right of the screen. And completing the lineup, Brett Newlin, Joshua Inman, Mike Blomqvist and Matthew Schnobrich for the United States, who are in lane 6 closest to you. So the world champions, Great Britain, unbeaten this season. World champions with, of course, the man in the bow there, Steve Williams, amongst the world's top 10, the one survivor from the Olympic gold medal crew of Athens 2004.
Germany, thanks very much, Nick. United States of America, attention.
So away we go in the first quarter, and that was a pretty even break by all 6 crews.
Very close together. Great Britain over on the far side now. If this is a race that they plan, they will begin to move about now to the front and will move straight out to a half-length lead. That's the thing. They've got this huge muscle cross-section, great strength of this crew, explosive strength, and they can get out into a lead. Now, if that doesn't happen for them, they will find that they have to fall back on plan B, and that could be all sorts of things, with Holland on their right being the crew most likely to get a sniff and chasing them home.
So Great Britain, 3 from the top of your picture, 3 from the bottom of your picture. That's France. And the Dutch, to be respected, the Dutch crew, all the silver medalists from last year in the boat.
And they are half a length down already on Andy Hodge in the stroke seat. That's his cap on back to front on the leading boat there, and it's the Slovenians who are going with them. Slovenia, always fast starters, generally showing well at 500 meters, not usually able to hold on to the full 2000. But the other crew to watch in this is the United States. Now, there's an interesting tale to tell here. United States just qualified, having dead heated with New Zealand in the semi-final for 3rd place. They were made to re-row the race, and they did beat New Zealand. Now, this is of significance in this final because the United States have been together for 10 days out of their training camp. They'd had very few races, and actually the re-row gave them an extra race over and above their competition, which means that they are actually an improved crew by that by the result of that dead heat, and then getting into the final through the extra race. And that's given them a solidity and a confidence and a racing experience that they would not otherwise have, and it could be a cause for not legal complaint or anything else. It's just a little bit of a wonder whether that was the right decision to take.
Here are the British going down the boat there in the stroke seat there. Andrew Triggs-Hodge, originally from Skipton, 26 years of age. Sitting behind him, Alex Partridge, originally born in San Francisco, 24 years of age, the man who missed out on the Olympics. And then Peter Reid, this extraordinary physical specimen, Peter Reid, of which you know a lot, Hugh. And then Steve Williams, who just brings so much experience to the whole boat.
Indeed, but we want to be looking at this United States crew at the bottom of the picture as well, because they're actually moving very nicely. They're in good second position. They're a canvas down. This crew includes Mike Blomqvist, who was actually rode in the boat race with Triggs Hodge a couple of years ago for Oxford, and he's a gold medalist in the 8, and this is regarded by the United States team management as their best boat, actually better than their 8. This is a very, very strong 4, and they have ambitions here, and they think that Great Britain is there to be beaten. And just as we said, it was impossible that the Ever-Swindell sisters would lose, and then they did. It's just the belief that maybe Great Britain are there to be taken this year by that United States crew. Now half a length down, but I think Hodge has made a move, actually, which has knocked that little effort by the United States on the head already, because they were a canvas down, and now suddenly they're being moved on every stroke, and Great Britain stretching out to 3/4 of a length lead with they're beginning to puff now. You can see them beginning to breathe. Hodge licking his lips for another little push.
And it's the Dutch who are now beginning to become...
Williams has called it. Did you see him call it there in the bow seat? Williams has called something. Whether it's a defensive on the Dutch or an aggressive on the Americans, I don't know, but they're off again.
Yeah, here they go. The Americans on the near side. It's a Mike Tatey crew for America versus a Jürgen Grobler crew for Great Britain, with the Dutch there. And Great Britain up at 40 strokes a minute now, Andrew Hodge, and they're taking no chances. They're into the last 500 metres of the course now. They've got clear water at 42 strokes a minute, and it is America and the Netherlands vying for silver and bronze at the moment. Germany, at the moment, Adamski hasn't found anything to put them into the race, and the crowd are on their feet. This is Great Britain. They've already had one glory moment with Zach Purchase, but this is the crew that took the world title in some style in Gifu last year. But this is sweeter if they can do it on home water. Now the Dutch have got the overlap. The Dutch with Kees Vermeulen in the stroke seat, Valenga, Gabriels and Kirchel, and 42 strokes a minute being maintained here as they drive down towards the last 250 metres. The orange vests on the far side of the Dutch. On the right of your picture there, it is Great Britain, and still out of picture but close enough for a medal are the United States, being closed on now by Germany. Germany beginning to challenge the United States for the bronze medal, but it's Great Britain at the moment, and the stands are beginning to roar now. The Dutch are doing good work, but they can't quite get there. They're still Great Britain with the advantage. Germany have moved into the bronze medal position. They've overtaken the Americans, and they are flying at the British now, and Germany closing on the British. 4 strokes to go to the line. You can see the Germans on the foreground. The angle is deceptive. Look for the line. Great Britain are world champions. Stay world champions. Germany, Adamski brings Germany into silver, and the Dutch are demoted to bronze. Andrew Triggs Hodge, Alex Partridge, Peter Reid and still Steve Williams are once again rowing world champions of the men's 4s.
And very relieved. They thought that that could be a challenging race. They dominated it through the middle, but as they always do, and only allowed the others to get back on touch in the last 250 metres. 2 seconds outside the world record time, but a very, very, very satisfying race for them. And there's Hodge, takes his hat off at last. Partridge laid out flat on his back. Reid, the 9-litre long man, and Steve Williams out of picture, but champion again. World champion in 3 years leading up to Athens, and world champion for the 2 years since. So he's got now a hatful of gold medals in this event, and in this crew has never been beaten.
Wow, fantastic racing this morning, and for the host nation, and if you'll excuse Hugh and myself for a moment, being Brits, to see a British crew win on home water, that is special for us. So congratulations from us to them, and I hope you've enjoyed what has been a thoroughly fantastic day of finals.